Okay, so here goes side 2. Few different questions, but hopefully ones you could still have a good go at. Okay, so trigonometry questions to start with. We want to find the length of side x. Obviously, you could, if you so wished, use sine rule here. I doubt any of you spotted that, but you could work out this angle, therefore you've got that matching pair and this matching pair, so you could use the sine rule. Probably a lot of you, as an isosceles triangle, split it down the middle, but as I said, there's more than one method. What we've armed you with over the last few weeks is different strategies to solve some of these problems. And actually what I've got here is 36 at the top, 8 here, and I'm finding this one down here. So I'm going to use here, because this is my angle, hypotenuse here, opposite here, so I'm going to use sine. So I've got sine 36 equals x over 8. So I'm going to times by that 8 times sine 36. That's going to give me, but I say x is actually the whole way across. I've only actually working out halfway across there, so I'm gonna double that answer as well. I've called it x stupidly, even though they're both different. All I'm finding there is halfway across the triangle, so I need to double it. So I've got 2 times 8 times sine 36, and that gives me 9.4 centimeters. Okay. Okay. Next up. Now, firstly, we can see here our length scale factor is the difference in our two lengths, which is 20 divided by 5, which is 4. So our lengths are 4 times bigger in the larger cuboid. Now remember, because we're trying to find the missing volume, we need our volume scale factor. And our volume scale factor is our length scale factor cubed. So all we're going to do is 4 cubed. So actually it's 64 times bigger. Difficult to get your head around that, I always find that. But it's actually 4 times bigger across, 4 times bigger in depth, and 4 times bigger in height. So to find our missing volume, we say, what's the volume of the small one? 20, and we times it by our volume scale factor. And obviously, calculators at the hand. 20 times 4 cubed equals 1280 centimeters cubed. So they end up being massive. You think, oh, it can't be as big as that, but it is, because it's 4 times bigger in every direction. Okay, some quadratic inequalities. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to factorize. Two numbers at times to get 9, add to get 9 times to get 20, 4 and 5. And if we solve that, we get minus 4 minus 5. Remember, sketch it. Make sure it's the right way around. That's my sketch. I'm looking for where this is above the line, greater than 0. So I'm looking at this part here and this part here. Notice I haven't shaded in those circles because it's not included. It is in the second bit, but not in the first bit. So I've got two answers. X is less than minus 5, or X is greater than minus 4. Remember, this inequality matches the arrow. Second one, 2 brackets. I'm going to get minus 7 and plus 3. Minus 7 and plus 3, add to get the minus 4 and times to get the minus 21. I've got 7 there and minus 3. So I'm going to cross at 7 and minus 3. Only a sketch, doesn't need to be perfect. I'm saying where is it below the line, so I'm saying all of this down here, and I'm including it. So I'm actually saying this inequality right in here, which remember when we're saying it's between, is x is between 7 and minus 3. And notice I've put the equal to because it was the equal to bit here. Okay, so next up, rearrange. I want to make p the subject, so a bit like I would an equation, I'm going to firstly take away c from both sides, which just gives me AP equals d minus c. That's all I can write. That is there, isn't it? D minus c. And then finally, because I want p on its own, I'm going to divide by a. Remember, when I divide, it just goes down below. Okay. Second one a bit trickier. I want all my p's over here, all the others over here. So the first thing I would do is take away k from both sides. 7p equals bp minus f minus k. Then I would take away bp from both sides. So I've got quite a bit of negatives involved here. 7p minus bp equals minus f minus k. Not particularly nice to have all those negatives, possibly should have gone the other way to get more positives. Factorise this side. P7 minus b equals minus f minus k. I realised how small I've written that, so let's just write that again over here and give myself a bit more space. 7 minus b equals minus f minus k. And last but not least, divide by the bracket to give me p equals minus f minus k over 7 minus b. Okay, sorry I made a bit of a mess of that over the line, but hopefully as I was talking through it gives you an idea. Formula from yesterday, I reckon this is quite easy. Half AB sine C. Basically it's two sides and the angle between them, two sides and the angle between them, so all I'm going to put into my calculator is half times one of the sides times the other side times sine 65. Nothing more to it than that. Half times 9.7, excuse me, I've got to be a bit more careful, times 9.7, what am I doing, times 7.9 times sine 65 equals 34.7 meters squared. And last but not least, this to one decimal place. That means it's between 43.65 and 43.75. The two decimal places is going to be between 2.585 and 2.595. Okay, so the upper bound, we want P to be as big as it possibly can be and Q to be as small as it possibly can be. So we're going to do the big divided by the small. 43.75 divided by 2.585. Get my calculator one last time. And it says give my answer two decimal places, so I'm going to give that as 16.92. And that is those questions done. So, so hopefully you've been able to have a good crack at a lot of that. Make sure you write down in the spaces what the answers are. Even if you didn't get them first time round, it will help you to build on processes you weren't sure about. And we will pick it up again after half term. Have a lovely week. Thank you very much. Off you go. Bye.